What's up?
Happy New Year, bud.
Happy New Year. Hey, before we start, what setting is your microphone on? I changed mine last week and I want to make sure I'm back on the
I'm on the third one over to the right. The one that looks like a circle, I think.
so going right, 1, 2, 3 from the left.
Yeah.
Okay, great. It doesn't look like a full circle though, does it?
No, there's like little
Looks like a butt.
the butt setting.
Do I? So we could call it the ass setting because we kind of act like jackasses, but
Hey, that's not us.
nice. I can't
We're the
see you,
tool-
by the way.
We're only on episode 51. I still haven't figured this out completely.
We're the two. Wow, nice. You look good.
Well, thanks. Why?
Are you ready to party? That shirt, you just look like you're ready to party.
Yeah. Always ready to party when I come here.
Oh, I see.
That's what the Mag Room's about, Jared. It's New Year's Day. Come on.
I didn't know since you were just going to be by yourself in the room that.
It was going to be a party? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all it takes, man. Just me. Just
You have
me
a
and a
new-
microphone.
You have a new picture behind you.
By Prison Art.
What do you mean, prison art?
A prisoner drew me that. I had a
Oh.
pen pal prisoner, and she sent that to me.
Like newly, or is that an old one?
It's an old one. It's from
Oh, I see.
probably 5 years ago.
You're just adding things in.
Well, I thought you seem to like to talk about what either I'm wearing or what's behind me, so I thought maybe I should change it up for you. I don't know if it's good or not for air, but it keeps you
I know.
interested, right?
Yeah, otherwise I'm just stop showing up.
Staring at my dumb face, yeah.
Well, it's like when couples move apart, right? You don't dress up for me anymore. You don't try to
Like-
put anything on the back wall anymore.
Don't care about the 10 pounds of holiday weight I just put on. I'm just gonna let it ride.
People have been telling me lately I look thin, which I'm like, is that because I was sick? Now I'm a sickly
Probably a
thin
little bit
man.
of that.
So that's a good weight loss program.
Good job, Jared. You look great.
Thanks. I'm just fishing for compliments.
Mm-hmm.
People also say I look beautiful, Mark. Like
Yeah.
that's something.
I'm not one of them, but I'm one of, you do look thin though.
Well, Happy New Year, Sunday afternoon in the mag room.
All around the world you can hear them. Hey, hey, hey. Talking about news and kind of funny stuff. Hey, hey, hey. Mag-room, mag-room, the mag-room, the mag-room.
Feliz Año Nuevo.
New Year's is here.
Is there snow on the ground?
No. Actually, north there is. The other night we went to, Edith Wharton?
Yeah.
She's dead, but she has a house, or had a house up in Lenox, Massachusetts, which is about 45 minutes from here. And it's one of those houses, you can tour and
Yeah. I think I've been there.
So really?
I think so. I think we went in like 6th grade.
I've never read any of her stuff. Like Ethan Frome is her.
We had to read Ethan Frome, and I want to say that was freshman year of high school.
All right. Is it any good?
What I most remember about it was that it was very New Englandy. It was all about coldness and like separation, and it was good, but I don't remember it very well. It'd be one of those ones I should probably revisit.
Yeah, especially if you thought it was in any, like, I feel like as a ninth grader, it's hard to impress with an old author.
The reason that I say that I remember it being, because I remember after reading that book is the word that taught me the word reticent. Have you ever heard the word reticent before?
Yeah.
So my teacher described it as a New England reticence. That book has like a tone of New England reticence to it.
Yeah,
and,
okay. Standoffish Jared.
Exactly. And we both grew up in New England, and so I know a million people that are like that. And it totally made sense. I don't remember if I liked it or not, but now I kind of want to read. I think they might have made a movie of it
I'm
at some
sure
point.
they did. Maybe that'll be my code name because it's New England and reticence. And yeah, when I check in hotels, and
That'd be cool.
I should have booked my flight under
No one
it
would
so
know. I bet no one know it. And so I wonder. I guess they don't. If you don't really know it now, they don't make your kids read it. Do you know anything about?
Well, none of my kids are in high school yet, so
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think
I meant the kids you
here-
teach. I meant the
Yeah, I
kids you
don't
teach
think
at
so.
Hotchkiss.
I don't know though. I mean, I don't talk to them like, hey, what books are you reading? Maybe
Well,
I
yeah,
should-
that's right after I asked the question. I thought maybe the guy in the math department doesn't really know what's
sitting around the common room. Well, I feel like if I bring it up, then I could look stupid. Like there's one way that could go.
No.
When they're saying we're reading,
I already
this."
gave you enough right there to get you. All you have to do is just go with it. You know?
And they say, Mr. Sisk, it's Ethan Frome. Come on. Yeah. Oh, so at the house at night, they do this cool music light show and they still had snow. They had snow on the ground. We went the other night, so 50 minutes north, but it was cool. We walked around. It was like 45 minutes, and like the whole forest was these raining lights, and then there was like red and blue, and then there was one that was timed to the music. All
Like
back.
classical music?
No.
Modern stuff?
Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce. Like if you maybe like Space Odyssey theme, so like soundtrack.
Like cinematic music.
Yes.
Like, oh,
yes.
Yeah. Very big, very.
There was a cool garden that the bells were lighting up and different drums and horns and.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was neat. So that's the story was because of snow. There's snow.
Everybody look that up on YouTube. I bet that's cool. Not you right now.
It's
I meant
called,
to the people listening.
It's a good one if you
were there.
If you were Beavis and Butthead, it's also good. It's called Nightwood. Don't just Google Nightwood. Probably Nightwood Ethan Frome house. You'll get the.
Yeah.
If you just do Nightwood, you might get something else.
Mm-hmm.
Just like the Procreate app. I wonder if those places are calling it that. So if somebody Googles it, they might get it by accident.
Yeah. I wanted to off, but now I'm going to become an artist.
Now I'm going to go to Ethan Frome's house and see cool light show. I don't know if that's the audience they really want either, but.
Yeah, but you swing, you take 100 swings, you connect a few times.
That's true.
What?
We got a couple of emails in the mag bag from Joe Anderson, if that's his real name. He also said when I die, or if I die from my ailments, whoever Michelle remarries becomes the co-host of the mag room.
Okay.
So that's just the rules of society. He feels like it might be awkward, though, so he's worried about that.
It's interesting that Michelle's behind you as we speak about this.
I know. I don't know if she's in on that or what.
No.
What's up? So she's not getting married, so maybe Michelle has to be the co-host.
So how can she... Oh, because she heard you say... I gotcha.
Yeah, she... Oh, Emma and Brennan. Maybe my children.
She's going to marry your son?
Nice, Oedipus.
It's illegal.
Maybe it's the kids, though, like the king. It goes on to my children.
He's prince right now?
Emma becomes the co-host.
I just heard a story in Denmark that the Danish queen renounced the royal status of like two of her grandchildren. You know, what do you become? All right, so if you're not a...
you can renounce your own children?
Well, it's her grandchildren.
I see.
But yes, she said it. She was doing it to take pressure off them or something. I just heard it on the radio.
I see.
But what do you become if you get denounced from a prince? What would you then be, Jared? If you were Prince Jared and your grandmother said, Jared doesn't need to be a prince anymore. He is now what, Jared? Oh,
you want me to tell you what it's called?
What's your title? If you're what's below a prince? What's like the minor leagues of princedom?
Like when people used to write me letters when I was young, they'd write Master Jared Sisk sometimes.
No,
do you think that's
much cooler than that? It's
over
a
Master?
cool title. It's
Master's
really
a pretty cool title.
This one's cooler, I promise you.
Viceroy?
Ooh, damn, that's a good one, but no. It's Count.
Count?
Count Jared, yeah.
Oh, I might renounce it just for that.
Just to be a count. That's what I was thinking. I was like, because I bet they still get like money and whatever.
Do people have to bow to you still when you're count?
Count sounds cool. Prince sounds sort of poofy and
like you get beat
sissy
up.
Boy, yeah.
Well, that's cool for them. I mean, it'd be weird if you went to it'd probably be better if you went to a loser title.
Like,
I don't know what it would be. But
douche.
Nice. Lord and Lady Douchebag.
Lord and Lady Douchebag.
Yeah, so if they did that, then maybe they wouldn't have renounced. They would have stuck with it if they had to be announced as Douchey Joe all the time. Now he's Count Joe. That's cooler. All right, thanks, Grandma. Pressure's off, and I'm a count. When they announce me in the room, you will now be known as Douchebag. I don't know. He also said he misses when you sing karaoke. So maybe you can bring that back.
I wanted to. Yeah, I'll try. I'll see if I can find some spots.
This one really made me mad. So he wrote the next one, and this one really made me mad. He said you stole the show as Captain Cookie, Um,
Oh, with my accent?
yeah, did I tell you my brother thought you sounded like Mr. T at the beginning?
I heard that I sounded Puerto Rican. I heard that I sounded nothing. Nobody said that I sounded like I was from Eastern Africa.
Yeah.
I thought I
He
nailed
said a Captain Cookie who was originally from Somalia. I guess you said that. He wrote, though, I've been patiently waiting since episode 2 tease of why you call it the mag room, which you have never explained. Joe Anderson, who went to Wake
college with
Forest.
us. And should
I'm
be
not
one of
saying
one of the
anymore.
3 listeners out there that
Yes.
does know exactly what that means.
Yes, think about it, Joe. Come on. And he then wrote about the Captain Phillips movie, which said is now forever ruined, as you should have been cast as the ringleader. Which I know you printed out some lines from Captain Phillips. I don't know if you still want to do that or.
I just thought if you wanted to hear us as Captain Phillips and see if we really are better than the original movie, we could try it out.
All right. Well, seems like this is going to be difficult.
It was supposed to be easy. I take ship, ransom, nobody get hurt.
I mean, you had $30,000, you bastard, and the way to Somalia. It wasn't enough.
I got bosses. They got rules.
We all got bosses.
Last year, I took a Greek ship. $6 million.
$6 million? Dollars? So what are you doing here?
Shut up, Irish. You talk too much.
The problem isn't me talking. The problem is you not listening.
What? What did you... I didn't hear what you said.
Maybe you need to pay my retainer.
You just wanted to use the word retainer to show off your Boston accent. So are we still better than the real movie, Joe?
I don't think so. I need about 6 months of accent work, I think.
Oof. When my face and mouth and tongue start to hurt when I talk like that.
Yeah, you were a little bit of Grover in the middle there, I feel like.
I'm not very good at accents. I think I need to work on that. Maybe that should be my 2023 resolutions to
I
get
like
better
it.
at accent work.
Resolutions. His Dear Mooga was, my wife recently put some pasta in a metal container in our microwave to heat it up. So apparently didn't know what you should not do this. Should I divorce her?
She didn't know that you're not supposed to put metal in a microwave?
I guess, yeah.
Like, if you never watched a movie that was made in the 80s, remember that was a trope of 80s movies. That's how you blow up a house. You put metal in a microwave, set it for about 2 minutes.
Maybe she didn't watch Lethal Weapon. Is
she a Mennonite? Did she grow up in one of those families that didn't let their kids watch TV until like she went away to college?
Or this, you know what could have happened? Maybe she's been replaced
by
like a robot or something.
Oh, are you trying to lead it into a Sisk story right now?
No, but just like an alien or right? Somebody who wouldn't know how a microwave works.
The real Katie is dead.
I don't know, or she's been
abducted. Maybe abducted.
I think he's got to watch for other clues to see. Yeah. Maybe give her some tests.
Does she know Does she know your pets' names?
But maybe Joe's been replaced as well, since he didn't know what the mag room is. Maybe they're both aliens. I don't know.
Stumbled onto something there.
It's a weird though. You don't think? I mean, I remember those movies. What was it? They Live, where the aliens come and they take people.
Never saw it.
So they become people.
Okay.
And you can only see them with these special glasses. It was with Rowdy Piper. It's actually a pretty fun movie. You should watch it. I'm serious.
I was super interested until you said it was Rowdy.
No, he's really good in
crap.
it.
All right.
Lou Gossett not Lou Gossett.
Oh.
Who was the black guy?
Yeah, Lou Gossett Jr.
He's in it.
The helicopter pilot.
They have an amazing fight scene. So Rowdy Piper, he's the lead. He finds out that with these glasses, you can see the people who are aliens. He somehow figures it out. And then basically he has to see what happens. But I always feel like it was a weird, like, why would the aliens just come and become regular people?
Well, they weren't trying to infiltrate us somehow?
Yeah, but if Joe's wife is really an alien, she runs a dance studio and is married to Joe. Like, where is that going to get her? I mean, I like Joe, but he's not like a top diplomat or he's just a lawyer.
That's the way things like that work. It only works in movies the way that you're thinking of it. In real life, it's baby steps to world domination. You can't do it more.
Sure.
You have to.
But don't you think you'd want to be the wife of the defense secretary?
Well, Joe's a lawyer, presumably.
Vladimir Putin or
Joe's a lawyer, so he's got like some academic credentials, and he could work his way into a government position. It kind of makes sense to me.
So they're playing the long game.
Long game, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, well, he's a real estate attorney, so there's definitely some he could get somehow involved in aliens owning real estate, I guess, or something like that.
Okay.
Next thing you know, property value. I don't know if aliens increase or decrease property values. Taxes go up. People move out. Area becomes desolate. Prime for alien takeover. I don't know. There's probably something there.
So they moved to Boston. If Boston starts getting cheaper real estate.
Joe's outside of Boston, so it's financial. One of the 3 financial capitals of the United States. Absolutely.
Wow,
this makes sense.
All right, well that makes sense. So Joe, don't get divorced. Look out for other clues. Maybe you're on to the start of.
And if you are an alien, tell them about the show.
So Sisk stories. This first one is political. I know we're not a political show. No, this one was too good to not at least comment on. Did you hear about the guy George Santos?
Yeah.
So literally this guy, for people who haven't heard, he wins seat to the House of Representatives in Long Island, and then an article comes out from the New York Times that says he lied about some things. And the article basically says, not just, politicians lie, right?
Sure.
Every single one, or embellish or whatever.
Yeah, absolutely.
He literally lied. This was the list about where he lives, where he worked, where he went to school, where he got his money, his charity, his business, being Jewish, his criminal history in Brazil, and his divorce.
That's a funny way to put it. He lied about his criminal history in Brazil. Did he? I don't have any criminal history in Brazil.
Yes, that's what he said.
I didn't know it was all those things, but I saw as it was coming out.
Yeah, so then they interviewed him, and he said, the New York Post interviewed him. He said, I'm going to have an interview. He said, I never worked for Goldman Sachs or Citigroup, which he said he had worked for Goldman Sachs and Citigroup. He did not graduate from college. He said he graduated from Baruch College and New York University. He said, I never claimed to be Jewish, even though in an interview.
I said
Jewish. No, he said Jewish. That's exactly what he said.
With a hyphen?
Yeah. I never said I was Jewish. I was Jewish.
That's a good lie.
Yeah.
Way to exploit punctuation.
He said he was married. He's gay. He said he was married to a woman before and divorced, and that wasn't true. But it was amazing. I'm like, just that many, you're going to go in that hard, right? I guess just do it. And nobody figured it out until after he was elected.
Must be something charismatic about him.
Holy smokes. I was impressed. I mean, on some level, it's impressive. I mean, I feel like I couldn't hold that together. It didn't get uncovered because he messed up. It got uncovered because they did some research.
Yeah.
So he didn't, I would have messed up, right? I worked at Lehman Brothers. You said Goldman. Oh, yeah.
Well, both.
And Lehman Brothers.
It was in the Lehman building, yeah.
Yeah, Lehman sat. It was
Back
Lehman
then
Brothers.
It was Goldman Sachs and Brothers. But well, don't look it up though, because they don't have a lot of history to that stuff.
It reminded me of the person. You always had one person in high school, had the girlfriend who didn't live around. It's his girlfriend. She was always like an hour away.
I think I had a friend that claimed that because his parents had a house in Massachusetts in the summer, like a lake house. And I feel like now that you say that, I kind of do remember Matt having what I thought was probably a fake girlfriend. But then he didn't run for like city student council or anything like that.
On his girlfriend.
Matt claims that he has a girlfriend in Lake Winnipesaukee. Everybody knows he's lying.
Nice. No, that's why he won. Because everyone loved the Lake Winnipesaukee girlfriend.
But then I did some research.
Yeah, after he won.
And I drove up to, I think I'm naming two different, I think Winnipesaukee's in New Hampshire. He was on Lake Otis. That's what it was.
Okay.
Or maybe it was Otis Lake.
And they never had a picture, right?
No.
Nobody would have asked this person.
He carried around like a sketch of her, but not a picture. Yeah. He's like, we did this. She did this. She sat in front of the lake for me. She posed on a log and I drew this. It's really good. If you can humanize this picture at all, swear to God, that's what she looks like. I even wrote the date at the top of the thing that I did it. Remember last summer
name.
vacation? Yeah, Leanne.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
It made me feel like when people run for office, they should have to prove some of the things they say.
No, why bother? It's way more fun to find things
Like
out
when
after
I
the fact
apply
and
for a
spend
job,
shitloads of money.
sometimes they
taking
ask
away
for
things.
my diploma or
You should carry around a few of them with you.
They
Which one
do
do you
a-
want? You want the one where I was the valedictorian, or just the one where I graduated in the middle of the class? Which
they
one
do
you
like a reference check or a background check.
Here.
Why do you have a reference from a Somali pirate? Why is that? Why is that one of your
Jared
references?
was one of the best employees I ever hired.
And some guy from Boston?
So, Jared interned here from 1998.
Nice. And your Jewish grandmother? What's that one? I don't.
Oy vey, Jared was. Oh, oof, that's a terrible. Let's see.
Yeah, that wasn't good. Jared, why don't you ever call me?
You're the good woman voice guy.
Why don't you ever call me, Jared? He never calls anymore, comes home, or does any of that.
Why did you put your grandmother as a reference to work here? I forgot to ask you that when you left.
Why are you on this call with his Jewish grandmother? Yeah, so we should make people do that. There should be a list of things.
That you can't lie about?
Well, that they just check on. Like what jobs you've had, your college, or whatever. If you say you haven't been to college, that's fine. Someone could get elected who hasn't been to college, but criminal
Lie and
background.
say that they did.
Yeah, like if that guy, if your buddy Matt ran for student council, they should have to check up on his girlfriend from
Yeah.
Lake Otis to see if she's real.
Matt, there's about 8 different ways to spell the name Leanne. Can you please verify the correct one?
Then Matt has to have a press conference. All right, the next one was sort of related to our festival. There's a couple women in their 40s and 50s who had never played music before, and they started a band called the Lazy Susans during the pandemic, and they had a neighborhood music festival. And they called it Porch Fest, and they played 7 rock covers at the Porch Fest 2021. White Stripes to Pat Benatar to the Go-Go's. A crowd came and cheered, and then some stranger things happened. So this is where a Boston Magazine article wrote. They were on the Kelly Clarkson show, and they had talks with movie producers. So we haven't gotten that from our podcast, but
it's coming once we have the festival.
so then they had another Porch Fest, and hundreds of people came. Then they flipped the switch, and they said it kind of sucked. They had some feedback, and
Wait, what happened?
yeah, it went wrong the second one.
Wait, there more. There has to be more to that story.
Yeah, I don't know. It said, things are going to go wrong from time to time. That's why you need a solid group of friends.
Oh, so wait, is this about? You said it's a bunch of women, right?
Yeah.
And women rarely stay friends for more than a couple of years.
Yeah, so they're a surrogate family. They apologized to each other so much for messing up that we had to set a rule.
This was such a dumb girly fight. You know it.
No apologies allowed. So they wrote some more. They wrote lyrics. Heather wrote a song about a dead relative's ashes.
Leanne wrote a song about the guy she met at Lake Otis 20 years ago who never called her back.
Listen to this one. I wrote a song called Sugar Drop at the suggestion of my husband, who saw the words on the back of a package of grapes. I won't tell you what it's about. It says, but it's
About
dirty.
grapes.
You know what the trick to making music is, Mark?
So didn't she tell us what it's about then? It's about sex, right?
I don't know. Sugar drop? Maybe taking a
Maybe?
Oh, that would be crazy.
Or
Imagine that. Did her husband pivot it to that?
like, hey babe, why don't you write a wrong song about my
you know what this bag of grapes makes me think of?
you me?
Do you know what the trick is to making music, though?
Years and years of hard work, paying your dues, playing small clubs, building your fan base from the ground up, grassroots type stuff, really honing your skills on an instrument by playing 10,000 hours, just every free moment you have, make that guitar an extension of your hand,
Yeah. The trick is starting and sticking with it. So sort of what you said.
Oh, I thought you were going to say something really trite and
Nice.
like friendship or something.
Yeah, I heard. This is what my husband told me.
As he was shoving grapes in my belly.
That would be a tremendous song. Yeah, and then at the Porch Fest that messed up, the mics didn't work, the guitar wouldn't stay in tune.
I thought it was like a fight amongst the girls.
No.
And-
So she brought out a spare guitar and they kept performing, and that was the end of the article. So their second Porch Fest was kind of I guess. And she wrote a song about, I guess, giving her husband But hopefully our festival won't go like that.
No way.
I thought it was a feel-good article from the fact that they just started something in the pandemic and then it kind of blew up a little bit.
Yeah.
And they had fun with it. Did you know until recently, Mark, it was illegal to stick your arms into murky water and grab a catfish by the mouth?
Noodling? Is that what they call that?
Yeah, noodling.
It's illegal to noodle? Like
Well,
everywhere?
now it's legal.
Everywhere, or is this one specific place?
Louisiana. Yep. So these two guys, they interviewed these two guys. They've been doing it together. Eli caught one for the first time the last time they went. Louisiana is the 17th state to legalize noodling. And these two guys have been noodling for over 5 years now.
Do you think that means it's still illegal in the other 33 states?
I guess. I don't think I would think it was illegal if there wasn't a law legalizing it.
Specifically for it?
Like if the law, like if the police came to me and I was in the lake trying to just grabbing at catfish.
Yeah. Like, no, that's not what I'm doing. What would you try to play it off as?
I mean, if I hadn't caught, I guess if I caught one, I'd have to say something, but it doesn't seem very easy.
I'm just searching for buried treasure. That's what I would
maybe
say.
I'm trying out a new swim move.
Yeah. Doesn't seem easy to catch one?
No, catfish by the mouth?
I don't know. I've seen a lot of videos where it's done. I don't think it's as hard as you might currently be thinking it is.
I don't know. This guy said he caught 4 in one day. That was a good haul.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure he's not hard catfish or anything. He's human like you are. You could
And you
learn.
know what the payoff is?
Maybe that should be your New Year. I'm going to learn some accents, and you're going to catch a catfish by the hand with your hands.
I don't know if there are any around here. I have to fly to Louisiana to.
And you have to find out if Connecticut allows it. You don't want to be put in jail for noodling.
I don't know. It would be amazing if that's why.
Because once you're in jail, and someone, the other guys are like, "What are you in for?" and you say noodling, you are not going to be well respected in the jailhouse community.
Or if I go to an interview and do you have any felonies? Yes.
16 counts of felony noodling.
I caught a catfish with my bare hands.
And then I killed the deputy who tried to arrest me.
that was the second part.
I've been on the run for 16 years now for my noodling crimes.
But I know you're in a little teacher crunch, so maybe you could hire me for a job.
You don't mind if I call myself Gerald Fisk, right?
It's already been it was on my big Y card for a while.
Fisk?
Gerald Fisk. Even though I wrote it on the application. I don't know. It's great.
That's funny.
And then the last one you'll enjoy. San Francisco supervisors voted Tuesday to put the brakes on a controversial policy that would let police use robots for deadly force. So they've banned robots. So the week before, they had voted to okay it to let the robots to arm the robots with guns, and you could put explosives on them. So robots were allowed for a week to kill people with the police department. So it got overruled, which I think is a good step.
We've been on the air for this is a year almost that we've been on, and we've had so many stories. It seems like for a while we just kept talking about robots and stuff, and I thought this was the culmination of a year's worth of Magroom scared of robot stories, was police putting out on the streets robots that could hunt me down. And
what was it? RoboCop? Come Alive.
Yeah.
Well, that was a man turned into a robot.
Yeah. That's what they did in San Francisco too, though.
Probably 20 years from now, someone might listen to this and think, those guys were ahead of their time. Or they should have watched Terminator 2. I guess they could have. That was a while ago.
And both RoboCops. Was there a third RoboCop?
I didn't even know there was 2.
Yeah, I was glad that got overturned. That story's a little old. I think I sent that to you a couple of weeks ago, and it had been going on for kind of the latter part of the fall and into the beginning of winter, and I was actually really was following. I was like, are they really gonna let this happen?
But it made me
Seems like
feel. I feel like it was a feel good end of the year.
Yeah, I was excited that it got overturned. I really was.
So New Year's,
You know, it'll come
No.
back in like 5 years, and it'll.
no robot police.
Yep.
Women rock out on their porch, and you can catch catfish with your hands.
What could be better than
Who
that?
cares about politics, inflation, war? Think
Yeah.
about these little stories. Well, I will say one thing about the robot. So this was, as we wrap it up, there was a robot that was on Mars, and it would send out tweets, and it could really, or communication about how it was feeling or any of that stuff. So this was the last tweet it sent out. My power's really low. So this may be the last image I can send. Don't worry about me, though. My time here has been both productive and serene. If I can keep talking to my mission team, I will. But I'll be signing off here soon. Thanks for staying with me. That's what I'm saying. That's really, you almost want to cry, right? The robot died on Mars.
But he should have put a name at the end of it. He should have given himself a name,
Yeah,
like Dan
and the robot.
Robotman.
Dan Robot Stan. And then people tweeted out about it like it was the most feeling they had in months about something. They felt terrible for the robot that died. And
They probably don't know what their neighbor's last name is,
yeah.
but they
Or people get slaughtered in Ukraine and they're kind of like, I'll send $20 or
Well,
maybe I'll put a yellow and blue flag in my yard.
most of my decor doesn't go with that shade of blue. Can I make it a darker? Can I make it
Nice.
more of an Alaska flag blue than a
maybe
Ukrainian flag
red?
blue?
A red Russian
Yeah, a
flag.
red. Just something completely different with a big sickle on it.
Yeah,
That would look cool because I'm a
yeah.
farmer.
And they'll say,
Sickle
welcome
farmer.
back. Welcome back. But that robot, man, I'm gonna have a
Poor
thing.
robot.
I'm gonna have a festival for them with candles and all right, let's wrap it up.
Yes.
All right, produced by Dan Robotman. Theme song by Mega Yellox. Lot of compliments on their Christmas song I got. Email Mooga and Sisko at gmail.com. Thanks, Joe, for your couple emails. Instagram and Twitter still there. I told Aunt Donna that we said that she said, I like all of them. Yeah, I was like, yeah, but you don't listen to it. And she laughed. She did the thing, you don't really answer. You just laugh. And then we moved on.
And close the door in the guy's face.
Please remember to send us some festival ideas. No one has done that yet. We might get a t-shirt. Mark wants one more idea for the t-shirt or for the festival for February 4th.
I'm going a
Do
little
you think
crazy.
your parents will come a little bit?
I'm going a little crazy for it. So I have to get people to come to this.
Nice. Do you think your parents will come
I
for
have
a little
some
bit?
I have some strange ideas, and I kind of think
Okay.
you're gonna like them. So when I say I'm going a little crazy, what do you sort of think that might mean?
Guys who eat flaming swords.
Okay, I just wanted to get a barometer.
Ice thing that you drink liquor off of.
Okay,
Is that in
that's you're it's not those things, but that's
maybe there's a
lot.
live lion that you're gonna wrestle that's been trained to wrestle humans.
I see now you're throwing out ideas that are going to win you a T-shirt, unlike our listeners who don't email these things in.
All right. Well, Happy New Year's, everybody. And all year, remember, stick with the mag room and everything else is cream cheese.
Ooh, ooh, I like my groom. I like my groom. Ooh, ooh, my groom is good. My groom is good. Ooh, ooh, I like my groom. I like my groom. Ooh, ooh, my groom is good. My groom is good. The my groom's good. Ooh, ooh, I like my groom. I like my groom. Ooh, ooh, my groom is good. My groom is good.
You will now be known as douchebag.